Clark feels like watching Larry Bird all over again. The vision, the passing, the swagger. But this season, there's something else. She's got a sharper edge, a quiet fire.
I heard you compare this great women's basketball rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese as Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
The reason I do it is, and it just because I'm old school, you had Magic and Larry who competed in college, but it had championships, so Magic won, Larry didn't. It's kind of like the same thing a little with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
The basketball world has seen many rookies arrive with huge hype, but Caitlin Clark has done something no one expected. While critics were still questioning whether she deserved all the attention, basketball legends Michael Jordan and Larry Bird suddenly entered the conversation. Their messages completely changed the mood, leaving fans shocked and asking one big question: why are two of basketball's greatest icons supporting a rookie? The answer reveals just how quickly Caitlin Clark has started rewriting basketball history.
This is exactly why. You bark up the wrong tree, it might just fall on you. What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign, come to your trap, take over your trap. What happened to that? Because it looked like Caitlin Clark went to Chicago and took the city over. It looked like she took the city over. She took your trap over. Caitlin Clark.
There is something truly fascinating about the way certain athletes enter professional sports. Most highly rated prospects arrive hoping to earn respect, find their role, and slowly prove themselves among experienced veterans who have spent years protecting their place in the league.
Now, first and foremost, congratulations to Caitlin Clark, the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, averaging 25.3 points per game. And I want to say this. This is the Caitlin Clark I know. All that 15 points, 16 points, 9, I don't know who that is right there. You got to be aggressive because you're the engine for this car right here. Straight up, when you're aggressive, the whole defense be on you. Now, you got people cutting back door, you got people cutting left and right, and now you're racking up all your assists as well as scoring. So at the end of the day, she's really a double threat for me.
Every generation brings talented newcomers, but only a few arrive with enough momentum to completely change the conversation around a sport. That is exactly why Caitlin Clark's rise feels so different.
And Caitlin Clark winning Player of the Week. Let's go, man. Balling out. And then also, she has been changing her profile picture. And it looks like they're getting closer and closer to releasing this shoe dog. And then also, I want to talk about some crazy stuff going on with Angel Reese in that Toronto Tempo game. And she threw a bow at somebody. Look, Eastern Conference, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever, 25.3 points per game, 4.3 rebounds per game, and 6.7 assists per game. She's been cooking, y'all. She's been cooking. MVP Caitlin back, dog. I'm telling you, man.
Long before she stepped onto a WNBA court, Caitlin Clark had already become one of basketball's biggest names. Her college games drew massive audiences, her highlights took over social media, and her exciting style of play made her perfect for the modern sports era.
CC get treated like MJ in the rack. Oh my God. Caitlin Clark getting treated like Derrick Rose, Michael Jordan, Chief Keef, Lil Durk, all of them. Caitlin Clark took over Chicago. She signed autographs for hours. This wasn't no extras that was paid to come stand in the scene. No, these were real people trying to get autographs. And then we got Ice Cube bombing on Angel Reese, talking about, man, she's not worth the money that Caitlin...
People were not just watching Caitlin Clark's games, they were waiting for them. The most remarkable part was that the attention did not slow down after she turned professional. It became even bigger. Instead of being seen as just another rookie learning the league, Clark arrived at the center of a major national conversation.
It's about damn time. After getting overlooked for the past few weeks, after getting robbed, let's just call it for what it is, Caitlin Clark finally gets the credit that she deserves from the WNBA, taking home Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Caitlin Clark already tying the Indiana Fever franchise record for the most 30-point double-doubles. Just doing things that haven't been done before.
Fans filled arenas to see Caitlin Clark's deep shots, while TV ratings, merchandise sales, and sports debates continued to grow. Every big play, mistake, hard foul, and interview became part of the conversation. For many people, her rise was a major breakthrough for women's basketball. For others, the attention around her felt too big. Between the praise and criticism, the WNBA's future identity became a major topic. What made it even more interesting was the response from basketball legends. Some of the biggest names in the sport began talking about Clark's impact. Players who had watched generations of stars believed they were seeing something special. Allen Iverson understands that kind of pressure. When he entered the NBA, he was not the biggest or strongest player, but his confidence, creativity, and exciting style changed basketball. Young fans copied him, defenders struggled against him, and he became a cultural icon. Like Iverson, Clark entered professional basketball with huge expectations and a style of play that feels fresh, exciting, and impossible to ignore.
The good news is you get the #1 pick.
Yes.
And that obviously becomes Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
What are she joins the team. What are some of your early impressions of her?
I thought she was super nice. I think it's always weird when you're like used to competing against someone.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot, we were like doing something. We had something. I was like, Caitlin, I just want to say, I'm like really upset that you like did what you did in that Final Four game. I was like, I feel like I just need to get it off my chest because like we are teammates, but I'm like, you didn't have to do all that. Like you did not have to go for 40 on our dome. Like, girl.
A great player does more than score points. They make the entire offense run more smoothly. Allen Iverson mastered this ability during his career. At the peak of his game, he carried a massive scoring load while also creating opportunities for teammates, forcing defenses to focus heavily on him and opening space for others. Caitlin Clark is starting to show many of those same qualities, even though she is still in the early stages of her professional career. Her impact goes beyond the numbers on the stat sheet, as she consistently helps elevate the performance of the players around her. What excites fans the most is that Clark has not yet reached her full potential. Like every rookie entering a professional league, she faces a challenging adjustment period. The game moves faster, the competition is tougher, and experienced opponents are quick to expose any weakness. Despite those challenges, Clark continues to improve, showing signs that her best basketball is still ahead of her.
Her stats, I've been taking with a grain of salt because I know they can be higher. You know what I'm saying? And she's giving you 4.3 rebounds per game. I'm going to be honest with you. I actually think her rebounding is underrated. All right. In order for you to get a triple-double, you got to have 10. You have to have 10 rebounds, at least 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 points, right? Or 10 blocks, whatever. Her rebounding, there's plenty of games. She already has multiple triple-doubles, but there's plenty of games where she's had 8 rebounds. She's had 7 rebounds, 9, 6.
Caitlin Clark faced those challenges from the very beginning of her professional career. Opposing teams quickly realized that slowing her down had become a top priority. Defenders played with greater intensity, physical play increased, and every mistake she made was placed under a microscope because all eyes were on her. Instead of allowing the pressure to overwhelm her, Clark responded by adjusting and improving. As the season moved forward, she gained a better understanding of professional defenses and how to attack them effectively. Her decision-making became more confident, her timing improved, and she learned when to take control of the offense and when to create opportunities for her teammates. The progress was noticeable with every game she played. Fans, analysts, and former players could clearly see her growth. Her ability to handle expectations while continuing to develop caught the attention of another basketball legend, someone who knows firsthand what it feels like to perform under constant public scrutiny and intense media attention.